Tom, I'm looking excited. This is going to be a very, very good basketball game. And I'm anxious to see how Arkansas responds right from the start after that disappointing loss in Tuscaloosa the other night. To have to come in here and play, there's probably no more a hostile atmosphere than here for college basketball, and to have to come in here and start your conference season after losing to Alabama, I just am very interested in see how they respond.
Well, you see the series record. They played 9 times. The last meeting, 1981, the NCAA Regionals. An easy win then for LSU. Arkansas 12-3, LSU 7-3. In the SEC play, the Tigers 1-0, Arkansas 1-1, and the Tigers have the ball to open the game.
And Arkansas opens up man-to-man. I thought maybe they would go straight zone. They've gone man-to-man, and O'Neal's taken Miller out top. There's a trap by Arkansas.
Mayberry guarding Brandon. Day thought about coming for the double team, then backed off. And the Tigers so far have not been able to get an offensive pattern underway. Brandon, though, to the hoop to lay it in.
He blew right by Shepard down underneath and got an easy one.
Jamie Brandon with the game's first bucket. Here's Todd Day. Miller from outside, rimmed out on the floor, and Shepard with position blocks it away from Anderson, and the Razorbacks control.
Tom, how about a game plan of having Miller go out top to pull O'Neal away from the basket? Nolan Richardson with a little bit different look by pulling his big guy out and letting him shoot almost at the three-point line, and Miller is an excellent shooter from that range.
This time Miller down low, trying to post up against O'Neal, who is fronting him on defense at the moment. Pretty good front at 7'1". Day lobs it into Miller, going to go right at the Shaq man, and lays it off the glass for 2.
That's a message. I'm not afraid, I'm coming at you, and he did. Good move by Oliver Miller, strong to the basket.
Game tied in the first minute. Here's O'Neal, triple team, and rebounded by Miller. Todd Day falls to the floor as Morris feeds it back outside. Careless pass by Oliver Miller, knocked out of bounds by LSU.
Go back and take a look at the Miller move down inside in the lane. Look at O'Neal, good defensive position, body on him. He just gets into him too close. Tom, it's very difficult to block that shot when you're that close to a defender. He has to back off a little bit and give him some room to give him a chance to block that shot if he can.
Oliver Miller at 296 pounds. He was up around 350 last summer. Down to 296. O'Neal weighs 294.
Look at him. He's calling for the ball. He wants it.
Todd Day against O'Neal. O'Neal blocked it. Day got it back and scored.
Well, those two terrific efforts by Arkansas to go right at O'Neal. Day was not phased at all. He went right back at him after he blocked his shot.
Day had 21 points against Alabama, 15 of those in the second half. Here's an Arkansas steal. Mayberry lays it in.
Here comes that pressure of the Razorbacks. Mid-court pressure. Now Day extends it. Mayberry on one wing, Shepard on the other. Morris right down in front, and LSU this time beats it.
Brandon into front court with the numbers to O'Neal. And a foul on Arkansas. That'll be the first foul of the game. It's called on Butch Morris.
Tom, I like Nolan Richardson's thought about going out and going full court pressure. He probably thinks he can do something with this press. LSU struggling, turning the ball over so far in the early part of this season.
Yeah, the turnovers have been a real problem for the Tigers, and Arkansas known for that press, although with the suspension of Todd Day, Nolan Richardson backed out of it somewhat and always seems to use it less frequently on the road. O'Neal already 4th.
Another one of the problems LSU is having this year is their free throw shooting. They're back down there around somewhere in the low 60s, about 62%.
In fact, they're last in the Southeastern Conference, 12th and last at 62.4. Arkansas is first, nearly 75% at the line.
LSU in a man-to-man. A lot of help away from the ball.
Mayberry wide open for the 3. It won't go. Singleton takes it. Here's Anderson in front court. Pulls up for the 3. Yes! Day quickly down court for the Razorbacks, draws the foul.
You better not celebrate. That ball's going to come back the other way quickly. Day got it, got up the floor. That was about a 3-second span between the made basket by LSU and the attempt by Day.
First foul on LSU committed by Clarence Caesar. And Todd Day will go to the free throw line.
Tom, a lot of quickness, great athletes on both of these clubs out here on this floor. This league is made up of so many good teams this year.
Todd Day with 1,977 points coming into the game, second all-time, trailing only Sidney Moncrief. at least 20 points in 50 games, which, as you see, is the Razorback mark. He came into the game needing only 89 points to pass Sidney Moncrief to become Arkansas's all-time leading scorer, and the Hogs are up by 2.
Arkansas's gotten 1 turnover from this in a basket.
LSU beats the press and gets it to O'Neal. Over Miller. Shaquille O'Neal still without a field goal. Offensive board. It won't go, but Singleton is fouled.
Tom, one of the things that happens when O'Neal receives the basketball, and if Miller comes out and guards him, it really pulls the Arkansas board man away. That'll open it up for some other LSU players to get to the inside. Singleton did and got fouled as he went back up for it. So there's some advantages to having O'Neal away from that basket, too, because it opens it up for other players.
Butch Morris with his second foul. Remember, against Alabama in the first half, it was Oliver Miller with 2 quick fouls. Sat out much of the first half and wound up fouling out of the game with only 4 points. There's Butch Morris, who goes to the bench with 2 quick fouls. Replacing him is Roosevelt Wallace, a 6'7" senior from Cleveland, who averages 9 a game and scored 10 in the first half against Alabama Wednesday night. Tied up.
There's Miller again, pulling O'Neal away from the basket. Now he goes down inside.
Push off on Vernell Singleton of LSU, his first. And for the Tigers, their second team foul.
Singleton's going to have a difficult time matching up with Wallace on the inside. A big weight advantage on his side. They're about the same size, but Wallace really spreads well underneath.
235 for Wallace, 210 Singleton as Todd Day hits a 3. Todd Day out of the blocks quickly with 7 points. And it's Arkansas again with the lead. Anderson had it partially blocked, but right into the hands of O'Neal, who creates some space. And they want a goaltend, too. Well, they get the call. Dale Brown is asking for a goaltend. He won't get it, but it will be a foul, and O'Neal will shoot 2.
O'Neal gets the deflection right here. A nice block. He turns and goes immediately to the basket. There's the foul by Shepard. I don't think so. It looked like the ball was going up.
Meanwhile, O'Neal hits the first free throw and will cite the second. Held without a field goal so far, shooting for his 3rd point.
Tom, a positive note, I think, for Nolan Richardson is the fact that Todd Day has gotten out of the block so quickly. He was so slow in Tuscaloosa coming out the other night. Today it's been a different story.
Only 6 points in the first half there, 7 in the early going here. Foul that time on Caesar. That's his second.
You know, Dale Brown's made the decision today to go with Clarence Caesar guarding Todd Day. I tell you what, putting a freshman against the experienced Day, that could prove to be a real problem for him today.
And as we pointed out, Day already was 7. Clarence Caesar, the freshman, 6'7", out of Iowa, Louisiana, prep All-American.
Nice kick out.
Miller from outside.
Hey, I'll give Wallace credit for a nice assist. Miller stayed right where he was to get that one down.
13-10 Arkansas, almost a steal. Now a double team of Anderson. Dribbles out of it. Deflected pass and an Arkansas steal. Mayberry pops a 3.
Look at Wallace.
Wallace blocked and taken by O'Neal.
He blocked it twice.
Singleton on the run out for the slam. Oh, Miller flings it.
Look at that pass.
And laid in by Mayberry. He had a foot on the line. He was standing in bounds when he threw that one. Oliver Miller had a foot draped all over the baseline when he was able to fling it the length of the court, but the officials did not see it.
What a sequence. I mean, the made basket underneath. He throws it 94 feet to Mayberry, who gets fouled.
Into the game, number 21, Darrell Hawkins of Arkansas, 6'5" junior from Prairie View, Texas. Averages 6 points a game. The Hawk. Mayberry looking for the 3-point play after taking Miller's pass and laying it in. And he gets it. So Lee Mayberry with a 3-point play, and right now Arkansas in hog heaven, leading LSU by 4. Arkansas 16-12 on LSU after a furious exchange that began with an O'Neal block.
A double block. Wallace got it up. O'Neal was right there. Here's the kick out. The good pass down to Singleton, who jams. Now watch Miller grab the ball. He'll turn, look up the floor, and throw it 94 feet to the waiting Lee Mayberry, who gets fouled underneath, and he converts the free throw. Terrific play by Arkansas.
15:53 left in the first half. Full court pressure again from Arkansas.
I think Nolan Richardson saw some tapes. He saw the Texas game they played the other night. And realizing that they turned the ball over on that press frequently, decided to come out here today and press them.
Hawkins hit it last, and Dale Brown's LSU squad retains possession. Don Rutledge, David Day, and Duke Edsel, the officials for today's game. Brandon trying to post up low. The pass sails out of bounds. Turnovers continue to bother LSU. 3 in the early going. Tigers 0, Arkansas. Miller thought about that 3.
LSU stayed with their man-to-man defense.
Shepard around Anderson. Couldn't get the shot away. O'Neal was lurking.
It's always the guy you got to worry about. If you beat your man, you know you got somebody waiting on you when you get close to that basket.
Pass inside, knocked out of bounds by Anderson of LSU.
It's kind of like a goalie standing in front of the net with a bulldozer. You know? You got no chance of getting that ball in the net with him standing there.
Shot clock down to 12 seconds. Spinning move by Day to lay it in.
Outstanding move. Oh, great spin.
Todd Day with 9 points, and Arkansas has its biggest lead. We'll go the other way after that block. Todd Day to the hoop. Got his own rebound. Anderson knocked it away, but got him on the arm. Second foul on Justin Anderson.
Well, the first one was more successful than the second one. Look at this one, the great spin move against Caesar. I'll tell you, Tom, I think Caesar may have his hands full today. They may want to consider putting somebody else on him.
Here's Mo Williamson into the game, the 6-foot junior out of New Haven, Connecticut, replacing Justin Anderson, who picked up his second foul. And Todd Day shooting here for double figures. And we have played just over 5 minutes of the game. 10 points for Todd Day.
Maybe the best player at his position in the country. Good small forward with a lot of quickness.
Hit all 4 of his free throw attempts today. The former Tennessee High School Player of the Year out of Memphis. And again, the pressure. LSU beats it. They have the numbers. Brandon takes it against Miller and draws the foul. Oliver Miller with a little pirouette down the baseline after knocking Brandon to the court.
Well, the sophomore out of Chicago made a good move that time because Miller was the only guy back. Miller walks over and slaps the hand of Brandon, says, nice move. You came at me, and I'll give you credit. Brandon, really nobody on the left or right to fill the lane, so he takes it against Miller. Look at the protection of the ball with his body. He just kind of turned his back to him and forced the foul.
Jamie Brandon started 8 games for the Tigers, and all 8 of those has been in double figures. That's his first point in this game. Excuse me, his third point of this contest.
Tom, I think it's been very difficult for him to make the transition from the 2 guard or the off guard to that point position. I know TJ Pugh's been trying to help, but it's very difficult when all your life you've been a shooting guard and all of a sudden you're asked to handle the ball and dish.
Brandon, former Illinois Mr. Basketball out of Chicago, pulls the Tigers within 6.
Nice.
No look pass. Miller today.
What a great game plan. Pull O'Neal away, let Day go inside and post up. Got him the ball. Pretty play. Beautiful work.
Todd Day has 13. O'Neal pulls up. Short jumper. Ran over a man, but Hawkins, but no call. Miller between the legs on the break. Todd Day for 3. Rebounded by Miller. Open man Shepard. Air ball, and O'Neal has it.
Are you kidding me? Oliver Miller between the legs on the break.
Here's Williamson. His three-pointer bottoms out. No, it was a 2. His foot was on the line. Just a 2 for Williamson.
Hey, we keep at this rate, both clubs going to be in triple figures. Great game. Just a terrific basketball game.
Arkansas is averaging right on 90 points a game. LSU 94. Day against O'Neal. Tried to work his way inside and drew the foul.
The 2 guys that need to carry the load on this club are Miller and Day. A little bit of a turnaround here with Miller giving the assist to Day on the inside. That was a great lob pass. Now watch Day go against O'Neal, makes the good move around him, and O'Neal reaches and grabs him on the arm. A pretty play, and Todd Day really quick out of the gates here today.
Dale Brown has seen Shaquille O'Neal draw his first foul, raking down the arm, and gives his big star a little lecture on the bench. Harold Boudreaux has replaced him in the LSU lineup. Todd Day still perfect, 5 for 5 at the free throw line, and now with 14 points. There's Boudreaux.
Arkansas has not been reluctant to take the ball inside in the lane against O'Neal. They did it early, and they did it again right then. Day spun right into him.
23-16 Razorbacks. Singleton trying to post up inside in the absence of O'Neal. Three-point shot by Caesar is no good, but it comes right to Singleton. Can't get the roll, but he's fouled.
He got a fortuitous bounce that time because the ball actually bounced over two Arkansas defenders who were there ready to grab the rebound. Went over the top of them, and Singleton was there. The opportunity presented itself, and he took it up and drew the foul.
Ken Biley into the Arkansas lineup, and Todd Day gets a rest. Day with 14 points to lead all scorers.
Love to watch him play, Tom. He is so smooth.
I have a feeling that a lot of these pro scouts, Jerry West and others that are here today, love to see him play as well.
I think this league probably has about 10 or 12 legitimate first-round picks in it. And I'm not talking about just the seniors. I'm talking about on down into juniors and sophomores. It's a terrific league. Good basketball players in this conference.
Singleton ready for his second free throw. He's the LSU leading scorer thus far in the game and has hit all 3 of his shots at the line. 5 points, shooting for 6. And the rebound to Wallace. Hawkins off the glass, pretty shot.
And he shot it over O'Neal.
Shaquille O'Neal has returned to the LSU lineup. Brandon looking for O'Neal on the lob. He was covered up, so Brandon took it to the hoop.
Now, Tom, that's one thing he can do. He can operate in the open court.
25-19 Arkansas. Hawkins, 2 in a row. Hawkins, 4 points. Here's Brandon again to the basket, and again he scores. Jamie Brandon now with 8 points, and LSU keeping pace, down 6.
Is this Fast and Furious or what? This is great.
Fake and a shot, altered shot by Biley. It won't go. LSU with a rebound. Williamson for 3. No good. Brandon, good position. Foul, Biley.
Well, Brandon drew the foul right there on the rebound, but watch this open court maneuver right here. He just simply floats by the defenders at Arkansas and lays it off the glass. He did 2 of those in a row. Watch the second one right here. Now watch this move by Williamson as he shoots and misses. Who's there to rebound but Jamie Brandon. Good 45 seconds of play. 2 baskets and drew a foul. Going to shoot 2 shots or no, it's out of bounds. Common foul underneath.
Brandon doing it all for LSU at the moment. Tigers trail by 6. Clock shows just over 12 minutes remaining in the first half. From the Maravich Assembly Center in Baton Rouge. Lob to O'Neal. Triple team, no problem.
And see, with Miller out of the lineup, LSU will exploit that. They'll try to go down inside with him over on the bench.
Lynn into the game for Arkansas. Warren Lynn, a 6'6" junior from Tulsa. Now Mayberry on the point to set it up. Wallace. O'Neal mistimed his jump, and Day was able to slip in there, but the ball goes out of bounds, and LSU will have it. When we return to Baton Rouge, 11:39 left in the first half. Arkansas leading LSU by 4. Tom Hammond and Larry Conley from the Maravich Assembly Center in Baton Rouge. LSU with the ball, trailing by 4. The long pass goes awry as O'Neal tried to save it as he fell down. That'll be the 5th turnover committed by the Tigers, and Arkansas has yet to turn the ball over. Both teams shooting very well, however, 53 and 54%. Arkansas's hit just 1 of 6 3-pointers, 1 of 4 LSU. Turnovers have been the big difference. 6 points off turnovers for Arkansas, and they lead by 4.
So far in this game, LSU stayed with their man-to-man defense. They're not switching. They're fighting through the screens.
Oliver Miller back on the floor for the Razorbacks and will shoot a 3. He hasn't made a 3-pointer all season. Boudreaux rebounds.
Now Arkansas straight man-to-man.
Penetration, Brandon, and he lost the ball. 3-on-1 break, the Razorbacks. Mayberry, Miller, foul on Boudreaux.
Dale Brown is hot. He thought Brandon got fouled going right down the lane. But again, that's the 5th turnover for LSU. Watch it again. Here's Brandon making the move down inside. I don't think he got fouled. He got hit from behind. He slapped the ball and got it clean. Lee Mayberry.
That is the 7th foul on LSU, so we'll go to the Razorback line, and Oliver Miller will shoot 1+1 as Don Rutledge explains the play to Dale Brown. Guess it'll be a 2-shot foul, but LSU is over the limit from here on. Double figures already 11 times. The exception, that 4-point foul-out effort against Alabama.
See, it's a pretty good foul by Boudreaux right there because it eliminated at least 1 point. Miller had an easy layup.
Singleton for Boudreaux in the LSU lineup. The big O, Oliver Miller. Coach is trying to discourage eating his way through the Southeastern Conference report, leaving that to us.
And we carry it on so well.
27-23, the big O misses 2. And Brandon on the point for the Tigers of LSU.
Nice screen down inside. Singleton had to pop out. He couldn't get Miller.
Careless pass, just careless as can be. 7th turnover now committed by LSU.
So one thing that's plagued them all year, Tom, they just give up the basketball too easily.
There's the turnover situation. Big disparity. There's O'Neal, though, with a steal. And Todd Day takes it right back. 3-pointer, yes.
The 8th turnover was really damaging. A big 3 by Todd Day.
He has 17 of Arkansas's 30 points. Razorbacks by 7. Fans wanting a call there, so did Dale Brown. Here's O'Neal. Got the roll.
You can't stop that. I mean, we're used to 12, 15 inches above the rim, just turns and rolls it right off his fingertips.
And here is an Arkansas turnover. Lynn fumbles it out of bounds, and LSU gets it right back. Nolan Richardson.
I think we jinxed them. We put up 7-0 on the turnovers, and they committed 2 within 15 seconds.
And LSU a chance to cut into the 5-point lead. Shepard all over Brandon. Finally gets it safely into front court.
See, I think that's a good move. Nolan Richardson knows that Jamie Brandon is not used to playing the point guard position, so he puts his best defender, Shepard, out there to really put the pressure full court.
Caesar, short, tapped, got it.
I will praise Caesar on that particular move. It was a good one, following his own shot.
His first bucket of the game cuts the lead to 3. Past the midway point of this first half, Arkansas has been in command, but the lead only 3. Lynn's 3-point attempt rims out. Good rebound by Caesar. Singleton, nice fake. Kept the ball alive. O'Neal has it. He goes up, and it falls away. Miller slaps it right to Williamson, and he's fouled.
You've heard about going to the well once too often. You can never go to the well once too often when it's the basket. Look at Caesar with a good follow-up right there. And LSU comes right back again. Miller could not pull it down, slapped it back out, hoping to hit it to a red-jerseyed man. Couldn't do it, and then he committed the foul after Williamson made the good move down the lane.
Foul was on Lynn, who takes a seat on the Arkansas bench as Mo Williamson bricks up the free throw. There's Morris, who's come back in for Arkansas. Mo Williamson only a 35% free throw shooter and 0 for 2 in that sequence.
So really Achilles heel for LSU.
Well, they could have gotten within 1. Instead, they are still trailing by 3. Just over 8.5 minutes left in the first half.
There's Miller pulling O'Neal away. Day trying to post up Caesar inside.
Another 3-point attempt, no good by Arkansas. McDaniel missed that one. Here's a 3 from Caesar. O'Neal. Are they going to call a foul on O'Neal? Oh, I thought he was above the man to get the rebound. I thought he just tapped it to himself with no contact.
Well, Clinton McDaniel was in position there to try to pull it down. Dale Brown frustrated. Let's take a look and see what happens here. O'Neal makes the move across to go get it. Is McDaniel there? Well, it's hard to tell from that angle whether he was on his back or not. McDaniel says, yeah, he was. And Don Rutledge thought so too, and he made the call.
I didn't see much contact from my angle. If they're going to call those kind on the big guy, he'll be on his way to the NBA next year. McDaniel hits a free throw. Another one coming up. Harold Boudreaux will replace Shaquille O'Neal, who exits the game with 2 fouls.
Tom, I don't think Dale Brown's going to sit him down for the rest of the first half. Some college coaches have gotten in the habit when they get a key player with 2 fouls in the first half to sit him down. I think he'll afford to do that against this Arkansas team. He'll have to get him back in there before the end of the half.
Free throws are good. It's 32-27. Pressure again. Boudreaux. Nice dish to Caesar. He's got Brandon going to the basket. Missed it. Caesar on the follow.
I think Caesar likes following up those shots. It's the second one he's done.
And that might have been over the back. 32-29 the count. Miller trying to post up low. The lob pass last touched by Singleton. It'll be Arkansas's ball.
That time LSU had Miller surrounded. They had Singleton on the backside, Boudreaux on the front.
8:05 left. 3-point Arkansas lead. Day. Off balance shot that rimmed away. Out of bounds to Arkansas. And we'll take a break. Everyone needs one at the moment. Furious action with 7:59 left in the first half. Dale Brown wants an explanation. His Tigers trailing Arkansas 32-29. 7:59 left in the first. Arkansas by 3. Here is that sequence when Todd Day took it inside.
LSU knocks the ball out of bounds, and Dale Brown was upset when his club went to the bench for our commercial timeout. Let the referees know that he thought they made the wrong call.
Looked like Boudreaux hit it, though. Looked like it was a good call. Field goal shooting has dropped off. 2 teams were above 50% last time we checked. Miller, the ball was slapped away from McDaniel, but right to Miller, who laid it in for his 6th point. Arkansas lead goes to 5. Backcourt foul called on Arkansas's Clint McDaniel, his first. And will shoot 1+1 at the LSU free throw line, which is always an adventure. Lee Mayberry is back for Arkansas, as you see, and McDaniel goes out. Williamson 0 for 2 at the line. His previous look at the look on his face as the ball almost handed to him and then denied. I don't think that's his favorite spot, that free throw line.
No, it's a place he doesn't feel very comfortable. It's got a nice shot, though. I mean, it's got a nice release. There's no reason why it shouldn't go in. At least it ought to go in with a little bit more frequently than 35%.
That would look good. Williamson came into today's game having hit 11 of his last 14 field goals, but always a struggle at the free throw line. Now he's 2 for 4. Those two look very good. 3-point game.
Brandon on Mayberry. Mayberry's been very quiet offensively. He's been able to maneuver the basketball and get it to some open people, but he hasn't scored very much.
Morris fumbles it out of bounds. 3rd Arkansas turnover.
Now Singleton with good defensive work that time. Kept Morris away from the basket, and the pass went awry.
Mentioned Lee Mayberry. He scored only 5 points so far. Singleton finally gets it to Brandon.
Day's been the story of the first half. He really has been on a tear.
17 points in the first half for Todd Day.
And we still see O'Neal sitting on that bench.
7:15 on the clock. LSU with the ball, trailing by 3. Caesar feeds it back out to Williamson. Now Singleton against Morris.
Nice move.
Spins, reverses, blocked by Miller. And then a jump ball. Day is tied up. And the possession arrow will give it to the Razorbacks.
Tom, 2 great plays here offensively on the part of Singleton to make the maneuver around on the inside. Look at that baseline move, but watch Miller come and help. That is great defensive help. When your guy is beaten, go help your teammate.
Todd Day, that's a 3. Way off the mark. Shepard, bad pass. Caesar for the Tigers to Williamson. Wide open, he laid it in.
Oh, how pretty is that? Take the ball on the break, stop at the free throw line, and wait for him to fill the lane. Williamson was there.
Tigers now within one. LSU making this run with Shaquille O'Neal on the bench.
Nice dish inside.
Morris used the basket to shield himself from Singleton and reversed it through. Here's a holding foul on Shepard of Arkansas. That's the good news for LSU. The bad news is he held Williamson.
Tom, this is the way you're supposed to handle the fast break. Now watch Caesar on the move. He sees the defender going back. Dave props himself, stops the ball. Give the ball up to the open man. That is great basketball. That's the way you teach it.
My old coach at Lafayette High School, Ralph Carlisle, used to put a big chair right there at the free throw line to ensure that the man stopped.
It's a good thing you didn't have Oliver Miller sitting in it. You'd have hurt yourself.
Williamson, after missing his first two at the line, has reeled off 3 in a row. Number 12, Clint McDaniel, returns for Arkansas, replacing Shepard.
Tom, Arkansas now in danger with those 9 fouls. The 10th one will put them into 2 shots. I'm talking about LSU. So Arkansas has got to be very careful the rest of this first half.
Williamson with 4 in a row at the line, and LSU cuts the lead back to 1. Shaquille O'Neal back on the floor for LSU. Oh no, I thought he was. He is not. Excuse me. Boudreaux is back. McDaniel's wide open. Tapped right to Wallace, who laid it through. Arkansas's lead back to 3 points. Williamson beats the pressure, makes a nice pass. Boudreaux nowhere to go to Singleton. Shot blocked by Miller.
Boy, he is doing a great job inside, keeping that ball away from that basket.
Great catch by Day, who spins and lays it through.
Oh, is that gorgeous? What a move.
19 first half points for Todd Day. Arkansas leading LSU now by 5 at 40-35. You see the time.
Brandon's trapped.
And threw it away. Luckily, Boudreaux was there to save it. Williamson pulls up for a 3. No good. Singleton offensive board.
Oh, that's pretty. He went right around Miller, got the offensive rebound and laid it in. Here goes Day.
Day caught the defense napping. That's 21 for Todd Day. Well, he is averaging a point a minute since coming off suspension, and above that today. Double teamed Caesar, but they couldn't get the steal.
Nolan's got the ball, didn't want to give it up. Look at Day with that nice move inside. Got the ball off before the defense could recover.
Shaquille O'Neal will come back for LSU. Here's Todd Day, going to get a rest. Needs one after scoring 21 points. O'Neal back for LSU, playing with 2 fouls. LSU scored the first 2 points of the game, but Arkansas has led ever since. Biggest lead by the Razorbacks was 8. Right now they're up 5. And here is a foul call.
I think he's going to do this, but Boudreaux.
Boudreaux of LSU. That's his 3rd foul. Or is it Caesar? It is Caesar for his 3rd. Caesar with his 3rd foul. LSU has committed 9, so has Arkansas in the team foul category. So the next fouls will result in 2 free throws on both ends.
We still got 5 minutes and 4 seconds left to play in this first half.
Justin Anderson has come back for LSU, and Caesar with 3 fouls to the bench.
I think Dale Brown's asking Caesar why he did that. He's taking him out of there to have a little discussion with him over on the bench.
At the free throw line, Daryl Hawkins rolls in the first one. He is the leading free throw shooter in the Southeastern Conference. Hawkins 91% at the line. Hawkins played 4 games before suffering an Achilles tendon injury last season. Sat out the rest of the year, got a medical red shirt. Former Texas All-Stater out of Prairie View, and gives Arkansas a 7-point lead. Anderson made a nice ball fake and then hit the shot.
Nice job by Williamson beating the press and getting the ball to the open man.
Here's McDaniel back quickly. No good. Strong rebound by O'Neal. The little Nats fighting to get it away from him. He has 6 boards. Brandon, boy's been going to the basket with authority in the first half. Brandon with 10 points.
Oh, he's had a great first half. Look at Anderson with the steal.
Good anticipation. Anderson to pick it off. LSU on a run.
Boudreaux's wide open.
He'll take it. And nothing but red jerseys for the rebound. Hawkins pulls it down. Arkansas with a 3-point lead. Oliver Miller trying to draw O'Neal out. O'Neal comes only as far as the free throw line.
You know, I might switch my strategy right now. I might take Miller down inside with those 2 fouls on O'Neal and make him play defense down in there.
Well, so far Miller is a long ways away, but O'Neal not taking the bait.
You know, this is something Nolan Richardson did the other night in Tuscaloosa. He pulled his club out. I think he's decided he wants to slow this thing down before the end of the first half. There goes Miller.
He is posting up low with 6 seconds on the shot clock. Wallace got away from Boudreau, but O'Neal rejected. Third block by O'Neal. Williamson takes it in and knocked away. Great defensive play by McDaniel of Arkansas. Mayberry can't hit the 3. O'Neal with another rebound. Brandon falls down but gets rid of it to Anderson. Somebody lost a shoe. Brandon. And Boudreau underneath is fouled.
You want to take a breath for a minute?
Brandon came all the way out of his shoe on that one.
So I'll tell you what, this first half is a highlight film. The whole first half. Watch this play by McDaniel on the backside. He got all ball. It was a terrific play down inside. I think Williamson was absolutely shocked that he got to the ball.
And then he tight-roped the baseline to keep the ball in bounds, only to have O'Neal reject another. The announcers for this game selected and compensated by Jefferson Pilot Sports. Any use of the broadcast without the express permission of the Southeastern Conference and Jefferson Pilot Sports is prohibited. Lynn returns for Arkansas. The Razorbacks holding a 44-41 lead with 3:19 remaining in the first half. Roosevelt Wallace to the sideline. Harold Boudreau, the senior from Arnaudville, Louisiana, was SEC Player of the Week in February of '91. Made 7 starts last year and averaged 8 points and 4 rebounds a game. Winner of the Academic Cup among the Tigers back in 1989, Prep All-American.
You know, ever since we started talking about the woeful shooting of LSU from the free throw line, they've been making it.
They have. Keeping him in the game at the moment, as a matter of fact, and they are very much in it. 44-43, Arkansas a 1-point lead. Let's take a break for a word from Pepsi. 44-43, Arkansas leading LSU by 1. Let's check some other scores. College basketball this afternoon, SEC first up at Rupp Arena. The Kentucky Wildcats continue to roll, beating Florida handily. First half of our doubleheader, Mississippi State wins. I don't think that was the right score. I think they won by more margin than just 2. Duke, #1 team in the country, an ACC victory. Look at this. John McLeod somehow gets the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame to beat North Carolina at the Garden in New York. Todd Day scores again for Arkansas. He's up to 23 first half points. Pressure by the Razorbacks. Finally, Anderson, Boudreau to O'Neal. Foul.
Now that's what they need to do. They've not been able to get the ball inside to O'Neal, or not been able. When they have had the opportunity, they've gotten it to him when Miller has been away from him. That time Miller got inside and he got the foul against him. LSU needs to look a little bit more in there to get O'Neal the basketball.
Well, free throw shooting not a strong point for the Tigers. Last in the conference, just over 62%. But today, 14 of 18. That's keeping LSU right in the game. Shaquille O'Neal is 3 of 4 at the line. He has 7 points and 7 rebounds so far. He's only hit 2 of 6 field goals.
Again, I would try to push the ball more to O'Neal down on the inside. Even the lob pass, I mean, as big as he is, he's going to outreach everybody else that's in there.
Free throw good, 1 of 2 for O'Neal. So Oliver Miller with 3 fouls will go out of the game. And Isaiah Morris on the floor. There's the big O. Foul trouble plaguing him in his first 2 SEC road games. Fouled out against Alabama, only 4 points. Miller thus far 6 points in the first half here.
No, I still think that foot's bothering him. You know, he hurt it stepping on somebody else's foot about 3 weeks ago. And sometimes when you're like that, you have a tendency to reach instead of move your feet when you're playing defense. That injury may be hurting him more than a lot of people know.
Morris misses from outside. Boudreau wades in. A tough crowd to get the rebound, then drew the double team. LSU's got some numbers if they hurry. Williamson is in a hurry. Blocked. Out of bounds to LSU. Morris rejected that one.
Watch it again. Williamson down inside, trying to maneuver to get inside for the shot. Forget it. Isaiah Morris right there to knock it out of bounds. Tough to get an easy one inside. You better take your shot while you've got it on the outside. If you got a 12, 15-foot jumper against either one of these clubs, you better launch it.
Singleton comes in for O'Neal, so Oliver Miller has 3 fouls. Dale Brown wants to make sure O'Neal doesn't get his 3rd before the half is over. Anderson misses the 3-point shot, and Arkansas rebounds.
It's a pretty good coaching move by Dale Brown right there. He got him in there for those 4 or 5 minutes, got him out of there. I don't think we'll see O'Neal again until the second half.
1:47 remaining in this first half. Arkansas by 2.
Morris calling for the ball against Singleton. He wants to match up on the inside. Now Day's got Williamson. He could shoot over him. A little penetration and a jump shot over.
Spin, he got loose. Day couldn't hit. Boudreau clears the board. Quick outlet to Anderson, who chases it down. Lynn was all over him. The ball's still loose. LSU has it. Brandon will set it up for the Tigers. 1:15 left in the half. LSU with a chance to tie. Brandon colliding with Rimac.
I think Brandon's having a conversation with Anderson right now. He says, when I make my move to get around and your guy comes and gets me, move into a position where I can get you the pass and the shot. Anderson didn't move that time, and he really had nowhere to go with the basketball. He was fortunate enough to draw a foul.
Devore Rimac goes out of the game, and Sean Davis replaces him. There's Rimac, who is from Zagreb, which is now in Croatia, of course. I was talking to him. His parents went to Switzerland. His mother has returned to Yugoslavia, and I asked him if he were Croatian or Serbian or what his ethnic background was, and he said in his family several ethnic groups represented, so he calls himself still Yugoslavian, even though that war-torn country fractured by civil unrest at the moment. Brandon hits 1 of 2 at the line, and it's a 1-point game. Arkansas 46-45, just over a minute left. Davis sets a screen for Hawkins, but Anderson stays with him. Todd Day. Over the back will be Sean Davis of Arkansas for his first foul, and will parade to the other end of the court.
Yeah, the senior from Maud, Texas really had nowhere to go because there were too many LSU people inside of him.
They called a technical foul on Nolan Richardson of Arkansas. I didn't really see what happened. He bounced out of there. He's out of the coaching box, and quickly a tee called on Nolan Richardson.
You know, Tom, a few minutes ago, Don Rutledge walked over in front of his bench and had a conversation with Nolan Richardson. I think maybe he said, now look, we've been listening, now that's enough and no more. And I think maybe Nolan got upset with that particular call right there against his man. Got out of the box, and Don Rutledge stuck him with a tee.
Vernell Singleton hits the free throw to tie the game, and LSU inside the final minute of the half has a chance to take over the lead. Singleton hits the second.
Now they're going to get 2 more and the ball.
Justin Anderson will shoot the technicals, and he's an 82% free throw shooter. Well, it's a 3-point trip. Anderson shooting to make it 4, and then the Tigers get the ball. 4 free throws in a row for the normally anemic shooting LSU Tigers. Largest lead of the game for LSU, 49-46, and the Tiger faithful applauding this flurry in the last minute, aided by an Arkansas technical foul.
Been an uphill battle for them the whole half, and it looks like they're going to get there to go in at halftime with the lead.
Brandon being guarded by Mayberry, and a 5-second call will turn it over. 11th turnover.
Tom, that's inexperience right there. Brandon handling the basketball. Mayberry all over him. Defensive pressure, gets the turnover. You know, Brandon's just an off guard. He's not used to handling that basketball, and the LSU guys didn't come to help him. You got to get open when your man's in trouble.
Critical mistake. They had a chance to really go up on Arkansas before intermission and turned it over on a 5-second call. Now Arkansas holds for the final shot of the half.
I got to believe they'll go today. They've got to look today with a great first half.
Todd Day standing at the top of your screen in the red jersey over by the out-of-bounds line as Mayberry dribbles.
Watch Mayberry penetrate. He's going to take Williamson down inside. Now watch Day. Right side of your screen. Post up inside. They want to get it to him.
Posting on Williamson, but they're sagging back LSU to help out. 5, 4, 3. Mayberry fakes and is fouled with 2 seconds left. It'll count, and a potential 4-point play for Mayberry.
Oh, what a shot by Lee Mayberry.
Oh, critical mistakes by LSU. He just had to throw it up with the shot clock coming down and makes it and is fouled. Why would you foul?
Look at this move. You know what? He kind of bounced out to the right a little bit to draw that foul. Good, smart move by Lee Mayberry.
Roosevelt Wallace will come in for Arkansas. A golden opportunity goes by the boards for the LSU Tigers. They had a 3-point lead in the ball. They turn it over, then they commit a foul on a 3-point basket by Mayberry, who has a chance to give Arkansas the lead with 2 seconds left. And he does it. 4-point trip. Just 2 seconds left. Singleton puts it up for grabs, and it hits the scoreboard. Now Arkansas gets it with 2 seconds left. Well, LSU is completely coming apart.
But Tom, the ball's got to go back to where it came in, and that's very important because Arkansas gets it under their own basket.
And a chance to score again.
What a first half. My goodness, what a first half.
Wallace will throw it inbounds. Lobs it to Day. Knocked away by Williamson. Good defense by Mo Williamson, who flings it toward the basket. And the first half, a wild first half, comes to an end. Todd Day has been the man for the Hogs. 23 first half points. LSU missing a golden opportunity to go to the locker room in front.
He may have been the man, but here's the guy who really carried them into this first half with this lead. Lee Mayberry with an outstanding play.
Hits the three-pointer, steps to the line, hits the free throw, and Arkansas leads 50-49 over LSU at halftime. Jerry West of the Los Angeles Lakers, one of the greats in the playing days, and is on hand today. And
Rick Sun from the Phoenix Suns, Dallas down there.
Mavericks,
Dallas Mavericks sitting on his right.
Second half underway. Shaquille O'Neal off the front of the rim, and Miller with the rebound. Oliver Miller with his 5th rebound of the game. And O'Neal has 9 boards. Miller lobs it inside, and a push on LSU's Caesar, and that is his 4th foul. So Clarence Caesar of LSU becomes the first player in the game with 4 personals.
But Tom, again, it was Miller out top trying to make the assist, and he had 5 of them in the first half. Some idea of the good thinking, I think, by Nolan Richardson to put him out there, pull O'Neal away from the basket, opens it up in the middle, drop it down, and gets him assist.
Caesar stays on the court, playing with 4 fouls now. Shepard trying to penetrate, comes back outside. Here's Miller again at long range, lobbing underneath to Morris. Shoots over Caesar, off the front of the rim, and rebounded by Anderson. LSU with a chance to take the lead. They go to O'Neal, draws the double team, flashes to Brandon for 3. Perfect execution.
Well, that's what you do as an off guard. With him in that point guard position, they got hurt right at the end of the half because they got the 5-second call, but that's what he does well, is shooting.
LSU on top. They concede the shot to Miller. He makes them pay. Just a 2, but they did not come out. O'Neal did not come out to guard Miller, and he hit from outside. Tied at 52. Full court pressure. Anderson nearly threw it away. Caesar. Brandon double teamed, and Caesar fires a 3. Brick. Miller with a rebound. Singleton's on his back. Second LSU foul of the half, and number 2 on Brunell Singleton.
Miller with a good inside position.
Clarence Caesar continues to fire from 3-point range despite the fact that he's hit only 32% for the season. His shots have not looked good from that range so far. Arkansas trying to break the tie. Biggest lead by the Razorbacks was 8 in the first half. LSU was up 3 in the final minute.
LSU still staying man-to-man. Good screen by Miller on Anderson. Shepard, he couldn't shake him. Anderson fought around it. Look at Miller look inside. Good play by Caesar.
O'Neal tipped it, and Caesar picked it up and then threw it away. Just threw it away. Absolutely. Mayberry lays it in.
Good pass by Day. Looking up the floor to see Mayberry standing right underneath the basket.
There's a foul on Arkansas. Todd Day. First foul on Day and the first Razorback foul of the second half. It's amazing the number of careless errors, unforced errors almost, that LSU makes.
Well, that one certainly was.
Harold Boudreau is in for LSU. And Clarence Caesar walks to the bench. 54-52 Razorbacks.
I'll say Vernell Singleton's got his Band-Aid on again today.
That lucky Band-Aid on his shoulder. Nolan Richardson getting something straight. He picked up a technical foul, you'll remember, in the closing minute of the first half.
You know, one of the new rules this year, any technical fouls on any players counts as a personal foul, but none coming from the bench.
Lob it to O'Neal. Missed it.
And they got it back.
And Brandon penetrates too hard. Boudreau had his shot blocked by Miller. Shepard. Mayberry back to Shepard. Couldn't hit. O'Neal. Outlet pass Singleton. Singleton fouled by Shepard.
I think they would better put this one in the archives. I don't know that we'll ever see this happen again. Look at O'Neal, how wide open he is. Everybody conceded the dunk, and he came up a little short.
Bounced the ball off the back of the rim, then swinging on the rim, and fortunate for LSU that it didn't cost them. They get the ball back, and Singleton will shoot two.
You think all of his teammates will remind him of that at practice tomorrow?
I don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't want to make him mad. Singleton, there's that Band-Aid we were speaking of, the good luck Band-Aid. He first put it on, a couple of years ago when he did have a scratch there, and he played well, so he's had it on there ever since, scratch or not. I hope it's not the same one. I think he does change it. Singleton in double figures, and the game tied. Shepard, by the way, now playing with 3 fouls, hits a three-point shot.
Good ball movement that time. Miller saw Shepard standing wide open. He can bury those threes.
That's the first points he scored the last 2 games, was scoreless against Alabama. Boudreau long range. O'Neal slapped away. Foul. That could be 4 on Shepard.
Is that Miller or Shepard?
Well, let's see. It's on Oliver Miller, and that will be his third foul on Miller. So Oliver Miller now with 3 fouls. And Nolan Richardson not liking the call, but electing to keep his big center on the court thus far.
And electing not to say a whole lot either, because if he gets himself in trouble, he's gone. He's already had 1 technical today.
Shaquille O'Neal with 1 of 2 at the line. Now 9 points and 10 rebounds. LSU trailing by 2.
Boudreau on a hold, I think.
Away from the ball. You're right. Harold Boudreau of LSU.
One of the more active players that Arkansas has on the inside is Isaiah Morris. He really moves well back and forth across the lane and up and down the lane. I really like the way this guy plays, Tom. He's a very active, alive guy. He's got lively legs. He jumps well. Likes to get open and get that ball inside.
Caesar for Boudreau in the LSU lineup. Miller takes it to O'Neal, and Shaquille O'Neal or Clarence Caesar. Caesar says me. Was it a reach in on Caesar? If it is, he's gone. It is. Clarence Caesar is fouled out of the game.
Let's take a look at this again. O'Neal's on the inside as Miller makes his move across the lane. Now watch this. Caesar right side of the screen, 22. Watch him move in just as Miller makes the move. Oh, I don't know about that. I didn't even see anything.
He wasn't within 3 feet of it.
If he did it as quickly as anybody I've ever seen.
Well, our producer Roger Roebuck and director Dave Burchett taking a close look at the replay. And we'll check it once again. Caesar, 22. Did he reach in?
Yeah, now look, number 22 in the goal right here. Now watch Miller making his move on O'Neal. He thinks he's got him right there. I'm sorry, but I don't see it. Still haven't seen it.
Meanwhile, Oliver Miller will shoot 2. Miller is a 63% normally at the line shooter and is 0 for 3 this afternoon. See if that big deep breath will help. Caesar still can't understand that 5th foul. Can't say as I blame him.
1 of 2 for Miller. Now Arkansas right back with that press.
And leading by 3. There's another call away from the basketball. It will go this time against the Razorbacks as Shepard has his 4th foul. and he doesn't agree. Well, Caesar still trying to ponder that exile to the bench. Will Shepard have a case on that whistle? I don't know. Is it all the way across the court? I couldn't really tell.
Arkansas went out in his own defense. They're going to try to trap out of this.
Lob it to O'Neal. Flash back to Williamson for 3. Big Miller with a rebound right over Shaquille O'Neal. Boy, it's been a good battle between the Titans. 7 boards for Miller. Mayberry right around Brandon to score.
Tom, I'll tell you what made that play. He saw that O'Neal was late getting down the floor and was open inside. He says, I'll take it to the basket. Beautiful.
Hogs up their lead to 5. Full court pressure. Anderson, Brandon spins in the front court. Now Tigers with the numbers. O'Neal right back to Anderson, who's fouled. That'll be all for Shepard.
He looked, you know what he did? Mayberry looked at him and he says, oh no. And he put his hands to his head and he said, oh no, I've made the mistake, I'm gone. He knew it as soon as he did it.
Robert Shepard will foul out, the first Arkansas player disqualified.
Now watch again as the ball comes up the floor. Here's Anderson with the basketball trying to make a move. Now Shepard, number 20, here's 1 foul. I think they got him for the body right there. You see the right hand?
Yeah, he was
hand checking. He was hand checking on the hip. Here's the second one right there. He saw it, tried to avoid it. That was number 5. He goes to the bench, joins Caesar, who's on the opposite end.
I'd have to say they were both good calls. Free throw good by Justin Anderson, who has 8 points in the game. And perfect at the line. Anderson, the transfer from Cal Irvine. He was a part-time starter as a junior there, played 3 years. Just got his Bachelor of Science degree in psychology from LSU and soon to enter graduate school.
Now that forces Mayberry to take over at the point. Changes everything around.
Arkansas up 3.
McDaniel's going to come over and take part of that responsibility too. Morris is open. Bounced around a couple of times and gathered in by Singleton. Threw it away right to Todd Day. Day, no look pass. And an LSU, an offensive foul. Day, they said after he passed the ball off, ran over Vernell Singleton. Todd Day's 2nd foul. Well, deja vu. Tuscaloosa came to mind there for a minute. It did indeed. We're only 5 minutes into the second half. Todd Day called for the offensive foul. He's upset. Watch it again. Now watch the miss. Singleton's going to come up with the ball and he's going to throw it away. Good clean rebound right there. He pulled it off, tried to throw it. Day with the good quick hands. Look at the hands. Very quick. Now watch him. Does he? Well, our camera kind of went off right there, but Todd Day says, no, I didn't do it.
We'll take a break with 15:36 left in the game. Arkansas by 3. 60-57 Arkansas. Go Hogs, is that what that says?
That's a Louisiana go Hogs. Watch the play again. Todd Day on the baseline right here. Singleton in position. Very close to being just what we saw in Tuscaloosa the other night.
Call went LSU's way. Offensive foul on Todd Day. Look at the shooting. Dismal by LSU in the second half. Not much better by Arkansas. Actually, I have Arkansas 4 of 8 shooting in the second half. 1 of 8 LSU. O'Neal.
Nice pass by Jamie Brandon. The penetration, the dish, and the basket.
60-59, Tigers back within 1. Just over 15 minutes remaining.
Arkansas is going to pull it out. Todd Day wants to post up Williamson inside. Good move here.
Got right around him. Reach in foul. Mo Williamson of LSU.
Good strategy. Nolan Richardson says we've got a mismatch inside. We've got Day big and we've got Williamson small. Let's get the ball. Go back and look at the earlier play. Nice move by O'Neal. Athletic move after Brandon delivered the assist.
Todd Day hasn't scored in the first 5 minutes of the second half after 23 in the first.
Mayberry wants to pull it back out. Nolan Richardson did this the other night. He's slowing the game down a little bit away from home. Wants to make sure he can get an easy basket. McDaniels with a nice move.
O'Neal lost it for a moment. It'll be a jump ball. We'll check the possession arrow. And the ball belongs to Arkansas. At the conclusion of today's game, we'll be selecting a BP best player from each team. In addition to recognizing our 2 best players, BP and its dealers will contribute $2,000 to the Southeastern Conference to be distributed among the member institutions' general scholarship funds under a conference-approved plan.
Miller pulling O'Neal back out away from the basket. Now he goes inside. Miller a lot more active today than what we saw the other night.
Well, the early foul trouble hampered him some. Brandon made the steal, but then stepped out of bounds. Been a struggle for Dale Brown and his Tiger crew, but still right in it, down only 1 point.
Here's the pass by Miller on the inside. Brandon with a nice play to come up with it, and just gave it back to him when his foot hit the line.
Double team on Day, knocked away and out of bounds. Arkansas retains possession.
LSU doubled down from the point that time. Actually, Singleton was up top and had to come all the way from the other side of the floor. That's something they're going to have to do, double up on Day a little bit after that first half that he had.
Wallace replaces Morris for the Razorbacks. What an addition to the Southeastern Conference this Arkansas basketball team has been. We've seen them 2 games on the road on our SEC network. There's a turnover by Day.
Not a very smart move. Don't stand and hold the basketball when the guy's within guarding distance of you. The 5-second call. Nolan Richardson frustrated. Ooh, that's a nasty look.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, that's a nasty look.
Arkansas has turned it over 11 times now. At one point, they hadn't turned it over a single time, while LSU had 7 miscues, but it's starting to even up. Triple team on O'Neal. Came up short on the bank, and Miller clears it.
Nice job by Williamson retreating, getting in position to stop Day. Good pass.
Off the hand of McDaniel and out of bounds. It was tipped by an LSU player. McDaniel just got a finger on it, so LSU gets it back.
Tom, I'll tell you what happened. Anderson got there just enough time to really get a deflection off the end of his fingertips, and it hit the Arkansas player, and they'll get it back.
Shaquille O'Neal not shooting well today, Larry. Let's see if we can get the numbers for him. He's only 3 of 10.
Yeah, he seems to be fading away from Miller, not attacking, not challenging him.
Turnover starting to even up. We mentioned an early disparity in favor of Arkansas, but now pretty close. O'Neal, there, the threesome around him. This time the shot on target. And LSU seesaws back on top. 61-60 Tigers. Mayberry drew the double team. Anderson now retreats.
Brandon with a good footwork on defense that time to shut him down. He was trying to penetrate down the lane.
Warren Lynn into the game for Arkansas. O'Neal coming out to guard Miller now.
It's an interesting matchup. We're talking 6'9" and 7'1", both of them in the 300-pound range. Out top.
20 feet from the basket. Day launches a 3 and bottoms it out. First basket of the second half for Todd Day, but his 26th point of the game.
Dale Brown looked at Williams and said, you've got to get out on him. Indeed you do.
Underneath, Singleton, blocked by Miller. Third block for Oliver Miller today. Day, another 3. And numbers LSU, Anderson, Williamson, laid it in. And the game once again tied 63 apiece on the uncontested layup by Williamson.
I just love this. I just absolutely love this kind of basketball.
This could be a big win for the LSU Tigers, who have sputtered at times this season. Perhaps a win over a nationally ranked, 13th ranked Razorback squad is the catalyst that could put them on the road to success. 7-3 coming into the game. Not to mention a key win against a foe in the SEC. That's Miller. A long-range two-pointer by Oliver Miller.
What a weapon. Todd, that is a great weapon for the Razorbacks to have. If Oliver Miller can go out and shoot that 15-foot jump shot and pull O'Neal out of there, could open up things, principally for Day, who's been able to post up in there.
Miller has hit 5 of 6 today. O'Neal missed the slam. Second time today he missed the slam. He had bodies on him that time. Day, that's a three-pointer. It's short, but Miller has it. Mayberry tries a three. Lee Mayberry after Oliver Miller kept it alive, and Arkansas ups the lead to 5. 2 times today O'Neal's missed a slam. There's Day quickly to help as the lob comes O'Neal's way. He knocked it out of bounds. We'll take a break here with 10:36 left in the game. Arkansas leading LSU 68-63. LSU fans trying to rally the Tigers, who trail by 5. Plenty of time left, 10:36. Razorback cheerleaders making the trip over from Fayetteville. Mike Hansen into the game for LSU. He's the long-range shooter for the Tigers, although he hasn't shot well this season.
There's that zone defense by Arkansas. O'Neal wants it. Brandon with a nice move inside.
Trying to get free, had his shot partially blocked. O'Neal right over Todd Day, and he laid it in. That's the Shaquille O'Neal we're used to seeing. The aggressive Shaq attack.
Day complaining that O'Neal was on his back, and then Nolan Richardson upset that Miller didn't draw the charge against O'Neal.
Lob it inside. Wallace blocked by Boudreau, but a foul, I think, on Harold Boudreau. Boudreau has his third.
His fouls are beginning to mount up again.
That's the 6th against LSU. Arkansas has also committed 6. Free throw shooting very good by LSU. That's way above their seasonal average, and they've already shot 32 times at the free throw line. Roosevelt Wallace out of Cleveland, Ohio. Made 3 starts last year, or this year, averaging 8 points and 5 rebounds. He was a transfer from a Division II school, Virginia Union. 2-year starter at Virginia Union.
You know what, Tom? I think this guy's got a chance to play NBA basketball. He's got good size at 6'7", about 250, 255. He's got some good maneuverability inside.
Rolls that one in as well, and it's 70-65, 5-point Razorback lead. Williamson lobs it to O'Neal. Pretty pass, Mo Williamson, and the finish by Shaquille.
They want to give some serious consideration to going back to those veterans in that starting lineup. Mo Williamson with a terrific pass to O'Neal.
Hawkins lobs inside. Todd Day muscles it up. It won't fall, but another LSU foul.
You got to have a good passer, but you also got to have a good catcher. Watch O'Neal right up over Miller. Look at Mo Williamson. Say, yep, I got it for you, big fella. Here it comes.
One thing you know, you can't throw it too high. Harold Boudreau of LSU has just picked up his 4th foul. There's Shaquille O'Neal. Now Todd Day will toe the free throw line. Day was voted the Southwest Conference Player of the Year by the writers and broadcasters last year. The coaches named Oliver Miller the Southwest Conference MVP. There's Boudreau on the bench with 4. Day hits 1 of 2. That pushes the Arkansas lead to 71-67. Double team. Brandon to Singleton.
LSU handling it with a lot of patience that time.
Williamson's open. The three-point attempt is good.
Mo Williamson off of the bench. Big time.
13 points against an average of 8 this season. The lead only 1 for Arkansas. Lob to Day. Turns and bottoms it through.
He's going to post Williamson up as many times as they'll allow him.
29 points for Day. Brandon.
Again?
Yes, again.
Same play. Deja vu all over again.
Put a little X on that spot as Williamson's 3 ties the game at 73, 8:40 left. Here comes the crowd. And Arkansas will take a timeout. Mr. Motivator Dale Brown in the role of cheerleader. For the 8th time in this game, the LSU Tigers have tied the Arkansas Razorbacks, and the crowd with a taste for some roast pork. Dale Brown trying to light a fire under his Tigers. They've tied the score at 73. This could be a huge win for LSU. Beating the SEC West favorite. Almost a must-win situation on your home court. Rebounding edge to LSU by a sizable margin.
Let's see if Dave takes Williamson back inside again. Right now he's got him on the top. Now Miller wants it against O'Neal.
Arkansas shooting right at 50%. Double teamed. Hawkins didn't matter. Jumped right up and stuck it through.
Singleton got there. He's just late.
And Arkansas back on top. Brandon backing in against Mayberry. Here's Williamson. He's hit 2 3-pointers in a row. That time to the basket to tie it.
Oh, what a second half that man's having. Look at the lob pass today.
Laid it in. Caught the defense napping. Todd Day sprinting down court, lays it in, and Arkansas back up by 2.
Tom, that's just unforgivable. You cannot go to sleep against this club. Either one of them, they get it up the floor quickly.
Day has 31 points. Mo Williamson, 18 for LSU. Brandon got a step, tried to dish to O'Neal, and the ball ripped away by Arkansas. Day for the slam.
Miller right there to pick it up out of O'Neal's hands, and he kicked it up the floor, and now LSU wants to talk about it.
Dale Brown sees his team surrender. 4 quick points by Todd Day, and suddenly Arkansas with a 4-point lead. 79-75, Razorbacks lead, 7:23 on the clock. LSU timeout. Will return to Baton Rouge in a moment. Few Arkansas fans in attendance at the Deaf Dome, the Maravich Center. As you might imagine, up in the crow's nest. Sellout crowd, over 14,000 on hand here today. LSU facing the full court pressure.
Nice trap by Arkansas and LSU with good recognition to get it out of there.
Brandon into front court to Anderson. Fakes the 3, now fires it. On the floor to Arkansas, Todd Day. Razorbacks looking to put the kill on LSU now, leading by 4 with the ball. Miller, no-look pass, batted around, taken by O'Neal. Singleton saves. It's a 2-on-2 break. Singleton missed the slam and is called for the offensive foul. Out of control for Nell Singleton with an LSU miscue, his 3rd foul.
Tom, a couple of things happened right there. Arkansas throws the ball away. Singleton comes up with a deflection of the pass. Now watch Singleton. Good defensive work this time by Day. He was settled in, and Singleton ran right over the top of it.
Singleton made up his mind about mid-court what he was going to do, no matter what, and it cost him. 79-75, Arkansas with the ball, leading by 4. Hawkins colliding with his own man, and here's no basket. A foul on Williamson holding Mayberry. Second foul on Mo Williamson, who has a season-high 18 points in this game, leading LSU.
With that 9th team foul, with the next one, Arkansas will be shooting 2 shots from now on.
Arkansas has committed only 6 fouls this half. Solid job, as always, by Lee Mayberry, but he misses that free throw. Batted out of bounds. It'll go to LSU. Last touched by Ken Biley of Arkansas. The Arkansas pressure has forced LSU into 18 turnovers today.
It's been one of the problems LSU has had all year. Right now they're in trouble.
Brandon trying to dribble out of it, and is fouled.
Tom, I think in a situation like that, when you're getting double teamed on the dribble, you got to be looking up the floor to find somebody that you can get the ball to.
3rd foul on Todd Day with 6:36 left in the game, and Arkansas over the limit. LSU will shoot 1+1.
I think maybe it's the inexperience. When Brandon was in high school, he probably handled the basketball 90% of the time. He sits out last year, and now he comes on trying to assume that starting guard position up top on the point. You just can't handle the basketball against this kind of pressure. Move the ball with a pass and quit trying to dribble through it.
Brandon, an 81% free throw shooter, 5th in the conference. has hit 4 of 5 today, right on target. It's been a productive afternoon for the Tigers at the free throw line, which is something new. Shooter's roll for Brandon. Cuts the Arkansas lead to 2. 15, 16 points now for Brandon. Miller's open. Trying to dish. Stolen by Singleton. Gets it to Brandon. Williamson is open, and the ball knocked out of bounds. Last touch, they say, by LSU's Jamie Brandon. 19 turnovers.
And again, it's Brandon trying to beat the press on his own. Too much defense. Give the ball to Williamson in the corner and let him shoot.
Just over 6 minutes left. LSU cannot stand prosperity.
Well, they had a wide open break that time. They had Williamson standing right in the corner.
High post, Oliver Miller. O'Neal has come out to guard him. Day off a screen. Offensive rebound, Biley. Day launches again. Again, no good. Biley again with a rebound. Out of bounds, off the hands of Biley of Arkansas. The official caused an uproar by signaling the wrong way. Now he says, yes, it's LSU. That's what I meant.
He almost created a riot. I thought people were going to charge him.
Singleton against that pressure. Brandon trapped in the corner.
There you go. Now pass over and move up the floor with the dribble once you clear it.
There's
bad pass by Anderson.
Just threw it right away.
And Day with the good hands.
Hawkins laid it through.
Boy, Todd Day made a great steal that time to get the ball to Hawkins on the move.
20 turnovers LSU, and they have been costly. Arkansas has made them pay for almost every turnover. Anderson and Brandon just do not do a good job handling the basketball. O'Neal fouled by Miller. That'll be 4 on Oliver Miller.
Miller down on the inside. Once you break the press, get the ball to the big guy. O'Neal makes the turn. There's the foul by Oliver Miller right on the elbow.
Shaquille O'Neal will shoot a pair at the free throw line. 5:19 left in the game. Arkansas leading by 4.
Oh, LSU really has been sticking their free throws. Good pass this time by Anderson. There's the move by Miller, who fouls O'Neal as he tries to go up strong.
See the numbers for O'Neal. He sinks 2 free throws, 6 of 9 at the line today. 18 points, 13 rebounds. And it's a 2-point lead for the Razorbacks.
You go back today against Williamson inside. Singleton trying to give him some help on the offside. Now Day moves out top. Miller wants it against O'Neal.
TJ Pugh into the game for LSU, guarding Lee Mayberry as Williamson tries to check Day.
You got to be tight on him. There's a screen to try to free Day.
Reach in now, Williamson. Todd Day, despite the reach in, sinks the free throw and looks at the student section. They've been on him all afternoon, and was that a meaningful gaze from Todd Day, who sunk the basket and has a chance for a 3-point play.
Miller kicks it back out to him on the point right there. There's Williamson all over his arm, and Day still able to get it off and get it through. Boy, what a day that young man has had. Look at this.
No pun intended?
No, intended.
He's 6 of 8 at the free throw line and shooting here for point number 36. He got it. 4:53 left in the game. Arkansas by 5.
Pugh in the lineup to help bring that ball up. Anderson threw it away again.
Anderson with another turnover, and Day makes him pay for it. That's been the script for this one.
Arkansas's pressure has absolutely eaten up LSU.
This time Anderson beats it on the dribble and then almost lost it, able to chase it down, threw a bad pass again. O'Neal grabbed by Todd Day, and O'Neal didn't like it. That could be an intentional foul.
He and Miller are about ready to get into it.
It also will be number 4, and the shoves. Singleton and Singleton and Miller squaring off. Dale Brown and Nolan Richardson out there. It all happened when Todd Day grabbed Shaquille O'Neal.
You know what, Tom? I think that's a good rule, allowing the head coaches to come out and try to break up the fights. They're the ones that can get control of their own players. Both Nolan Richardson and Dale Brown on the floor immediately to break this up. There's O'Neal. There's Day grabbing him from behind. O'Neal not happy at all.
Well, the one thing we know for sure is that will be the 4th foul on Todd Day, which could be big. Well, O'Neal gave as much as he got, I'd have to say, seeing it from that angle. The officials are huddling and now are about to make a call as you see the melee that broke out. And as you might guess, Oliver Miller was right there in the middle of it, but no harm done.
I think Dale Brown said something to Nolan Richardson there. I think they're having some words.
Well, that's been known to happen on this court too, hasn't it? Didn't Dale Brown and Rick Pitino have a little set-to down here?
They did. There's Shaquille.
Todd Day committing his 4th foul, and it is a 2-shot foul. Now, I don't know if it's intentional or not. I guess not. No rule on that. It is simply the 10th foul against Arkansas, and so 2 free throws for Shaquille O'Neal.
At the line for the Tigers shooting 2, number 33, Shaquille O'Neal.
I wonder if they're saying he was attempting a shot when Dave fouled him, because it's registering 9 fouls for Arkansas right now, so it'd have to be an attempted shot.
Well, in any event, 2 shots for the big guy O'Neal. Arkansas leading by 7 as O'Neal reaches the 20-point mark.
You know, he's only shooting 53% from the free throw line this year, but he looks like he's shooting it better this year than he did the previous 2 years.
And he's done well today, for sure. Cuts the lead to 5, 86-81 Arkansas. Todd Day, their top scorer, 38 points with 4 fouls, but still playing. Mayberry, guarded by Brandon. Got a screen and a hefty one from Oliver Miller.
Brandon, pretty good move to move inside of that screen. You don't have to fight over it when he's out of shooting range. Good cut by Hawkins. Oh, what a block by O'Neal.
O'Neal slapped it away, but Arkansas gets it back. 10 seconds on the shot clock. And Arkansas's Hawkins hits a 2 as the shot clock was running down. 7, the lead for the Razorbacks.
Brandon's got to quit picking the ball up at midcourt. He's going to get himself in a lot of trouble.
He's in trouble now. Finally gets rid of it to Hansen. Mike Hansen spinning on Hawkins. And a reach-in foul on Hawkins of Arkansas, his 2nd.
We're going to have 2 shots now for everybody when they walk to the free throw line, regardless of whether they were shooting or not.
Mike Hansen has seen his playing time decrease dramatically this year after hitting 16 games in double figures a season ago. Had 31-point games twice for the Tigers last year. He had only shot 1 free throw this season and made it. Now 1 for 2.
Go from 100% to 50% pretty quickly, don't you?
Spent this past summer as the only amateur on the Spanish national team. He is a native of Madrid, Spain, and is hoping to play for the Spanish team at the Summer Olympics in Barcelona. 1 of 2 makes it a 6-point Arkansas lead.
You see him playing against Michael Jordan.
That could be ugly. Hansen reaching in on Mayberry, commits the foul.
You know, I think Dale Brown, probably realizing how poorly they're handling the basketball against this Arkansas press, has gone with a lot of guards. He's got Williamson in there right now. He's got Hansen in there, and he's got Brandon in there to bring the ball up. Arkansas has done a terrific job with their pressure today.
Turnover count 21 committed by LSU. Arkansas has turned it over 16 times. Mayberry misses the free throw. He is now 2 of 4 at the line. 16 points for the senior out of Tulsa. Arkansas career assist and steal leader. Former Oklahoma High School Player of the Year, the McDonald's All-American. 89-82, Arkansas. Brandon beats the pressure on the dribble. Miller stuffed it down his throat, his 5th block. And then a foul on Hansen.
Well, it was a foot race for the basketball. There were 2 LSU guys. One of them was Hansen, and it looked like Williamson on the other side. You can see Hansen's going to come up with the basketball. Look at the block by Miller. Tell you what, he got all ball, too. Now watch it go to the other side.
Might have been off the knee of...
Watch it from here. Here it is right here. Well, he called him for the reach-in. The ball did go off of the Arkansas player, but it was a reach-in foul by Hansen.
Larry, I question the wisdom of Brandon taking it right to Miller. What was he thinking of?
Well, I don't know. Well, if you're going to penetrate, you go in there, and if Miller comes to you, what do you do with the ball? You drop it off to O'Neal.
Biley hits the free throw as Justin Anderson returns for LSU. Hansen out. Clock shows 3 minutes and 10 seconds. And the deficit mounting for LSU. Two free throws make it a 9-point lead, which is the biggest of the game by either team. Brandon surprised Singleton with a pass and got it back.
Well, they are very unsure of themselves handling this basketball on this press.
Anderson's three-pointer off the back of the rim. O'Neal gathers the rebound and follows. Slams it through on the second chance.
Biley didn't want any part of that. He wanted to get out of there as quick as he could.
Discretion, the better part of valor there. 91-84 Arkansas as LSU tries to mount one final challenge. 2 minutes, 38 seconds remaining.
Pretty good idea right here. Spread the court. Nolan Richardson with that big lead. He's going to lose it, though.
Williamson swiped it away. Williamson against Miller, bumped him with a body and laid it in.
You know what? That was a good move.
Miller said, hey, he can't do that.
He kind of used him as a trampoline. Just kind of bounced off the side and went up for the shot.
And Arkansas takes a timeout. 2 minutes, 18 seconds left. Shaquille O'Neal says, if you can't make it the first time, follow your shot.
Look at Biley, says, oh, I'm in the wrong spot.
Let's take a pause now for a message from your local SEC station. Time running out for the LSU Tigers on their own home court, trailing Arkansas. And 2 minutes, 18 seconds remaining in the game. Razorbacks with the basketball. They've shot 53% for the game. LSU has stayed in it at the free throw line, hitting 32 of 40, 80%. Trailing by 5 at the moment. Tigers have won the rebounding battle, 38-27. LSU foul. They're over the 10 foul limit as Brandon commits his second, and so it'll be 2 free throws at the Arkansas line. There's that free throw percentage, uncharacteristically high by LSU, keeping them in the game. They have 2 timeouts left, only 1 for Arkansas. Next held ball will go to LSU.
I think it's an excellent coaching move by Nolan Richardson to go ahead and spread the floor. You're away from home. You've built yourself a good lead. You don't want to lose it. Just make sure you got the right guys handling the basketball when they start to come after you to foul.
And, of course, they're the best free throw shooting team in the Southeastern Conference.
Not as much pressure now by the Razorbacks. They're going to back off of it a little bit. O'Neal wants it. Look at him surrounding. They're looking for him. Williamson almost lost that one out of bounds.
Brandon. Anderson fakes. Dishes to O'Neal.
Looks like they conceded that. They're going to concede the inside shots and maybe work on the threes, get the ball back, and shoot free throws.
5-point lead for Arkansas. You see the time left. And Arkansas has definitely spread the court. Miller might be the one they want to foul. Here's a foul. Singleton on Biley. 4th on Vernell Singleton. Bama and LSU, and come away with a split. And then we'll have these 2 Western foes to play in Fayetteville for the return match late in the SEC race.
Yeah, Tom, everybody talks about the SEC and the divisions this year, and there's no question the Western Division is much stronger than the Eastern Division is. The 3 clubs, Alabama and Arkansas and LSU, loaded with talented players.
1 of 2 for Biley. It's 94-88. LSU needs a couple of threes if they can get them. Brandon, off-balance shot, not a good one.
Day with a good rebound.
And LSU now must foul. Under a minute. There's Anderson with the foul on Hawkins. 4 on Anderson. And again, 2 shots coming at the Arkansas line with 55 seconds left.
Well, I'll tell you, Arkansas came in here ready to play today. I like their game plan. The fact that they had Miller out top to draw O'Neal away from the basket. The great game that Todd Day had. He got out of the gate very quickly, started scoring early, and when he did, it put a lot of pressure on that LSU defense. And the fact that LSU turned the ball over so frequently against that Arkansas pressure today, you got to give that man and his club a lot of credit. They played well.
Miller taking a breather, getting a little support from the net.
Hope that's not a breakaway rim and backboard.
Hawkins shooting for his 14th point. That's a career high. Todd Day already has his career high. His previous career high, 35 in his first SEC game against Auburn. He has 38 today. Williamson misses the three-point attempt. Arkansas rebounds, and it's all academic now. Day fouled by Williamson, and he'll have a chance to reach 40 points as Day will shoot 2 at the line. Let's take a look at our BP best players for the game. No question, Todd Day. He's at the free throw line now with a chance to score 40 points. Already has a career high 38 in the game. And Shaquille O'Neal, not a brilliant game for him, but we've come to expect such great things. Maybe that's not fair. 25 points, 15 rebounds, and about a half dozen blocked shots in the game for Shaquille. They are our BP best players of the game.
Well, the win here at LSU puts a lot of pressure on the other SEC teams in the Western Division because it's going to be tough to come in here and win a game by anybody else. And Arkansas is going to walk away with a split of their first 2 important road games.
There's a steal, and Day puts it through. LSU has turned it over 22 times. One of the big stories of this game. Three-pointer by Brandon. O'Neal slams it through. 27 points for Shaquille O'Neal. So Arkansas to open the SEC, won at home against Auburn, then face that tough road trip, and they come away with a split, losing by 2 at Alabama and winning today at LSU as Todd Day puts an exclamation point on the Razorback win in Baton Rouge.